Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Okay. Warning ahead of time. If this is not going to be a review of the movie, if you want to know about the story and the acting and the cinematography and the music and whatever, this isn't it. The purpose of this video, or videos probably, is to establish that if you like this movie, you are a brain-dead idiot. And that you have to be a brain-dead idiot to like this movie. Now, I'm able to make this claim based off of the most common defense used, which is, it's a comic book movie, it's a popcorn movie, just shut your brain off. This is such a... Okay. That's not a defense. That's you admitting that, yes, it is a stupid movie. Yes, I actually do have to shut off my brain to enjoy it. Now, the problem is that there's so much stupid in this movie that the only way you can enjoy it is if you shut off your brain to the point where you're brain dead. So the point of this movie is to point out all the stupid in this movie to back up my claim on why you have to shut your brain off so much. Now, an interesting thing about this movie is that, unlike Infinity War and Endgame, the stupid in this movie is mostly incompetence by the writers. I mean, it's like they have... Okay. Captain Marvel. God. Okay. I don't even know where to start. It's just... Okay. The whole... I want to start from the beginning and work my way out, but unfortunately the first thing that I got to talk about is going to cause me to jump around a bit. This is to show how incompetent the writing is, how stupid and incompetent the writing is. Torfa was meant to be a trap, okay, to capture Carol, okay? Because later on in the movie, it's established that her energy signal matches that of the Tesseract. How did the Skrulls know that? When did for 6 years, Carol was on Hala. This was her going to Torfa was pretty much established as her first mission. There was nothing in the movie indicated that that the Skrulls had spies on Hala, so you can't even use that as justification. So the only way the Skrulls could have known that Carol had the same energy signal as the Tesseract was after they captured her. And they did the experiments and everything. And that's the only time that it would be possible in the movie that's shown. And I'm not talking about explanations in articles after the movie or theories that, no. If the writers and the directors were stupid enough to not put it in the movie, then you screwed up, okay? You didn't realize that you were caught being stupid, so now you're just backtracking to try and cover your ass? No. You screwed up, and I'm pointing it out. So they could have never have known, and not only that, the whole thing in Torfa was meant as a trap to capture Captain Marvel, or Carol, right? How did they know she was going to be on this mission? Like, how did they know she was going to be part of the Kree team to investigate, the Kree team to investigate or go after Solar. They didn't. They just. So they never knew that Carol was going to be part. So they set up a trap for Carol, not knowing that Carol was going to be part of the team. Then they capture her, not knowing she has the powers of the Tesseract imbued in her, but capture her because they need her to lead her to somewhere that just happens to end up being. Do you understand how convoluted and screwed up this whole storyline is? Okay? I'm trying not to repeat myself. I'm just saying this plot doesn't work. This plot doesn't work. It involves them knowing ahead of time about her energy signal. Yet they didn't know about her energy signal until after they captured her. That's basically the overall screw up of this movie. So now we're going to get into what I'm just going to go from point to point. So they're on Torfa, right? And this scene was just so adorable. It really was. So they're all around, they're surrounding the little Skrulls, and I think it's Carol who uses her comm, and her comm doesn't work. It's established that the comm doesn't work. So they all gather around, and they go, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go in, you're going to go over there, you're going to go over there, and if the comms don't work, head back to the Helion. You already know the comms don't work. So then, here's their plan. They go down, they enter the village, they're all surrounding, and they realize that their comms don't work. So what are they supposed to do? Go back to the Helion now? What? You see what I mean? It's just like, okay, I know it's a little thing. I understand. The problem is, this whole movie is riddled with all these little things, and it just shows how incompetent the writers are and how all the stupid there is. Second of all, you're the same type of people that think Captain America using lightning in Endgame is a small thing. You have no scale of what's a big stupid or what's a small stupid, because to you, none of it's stupid, so it pretty much invalidates your criticism of what's a small issue or a big issue. So then they go down and they're amongst the villagers, because we don't know the Skrulls yet. And we end up finding out that they are Skrulls. We end up finding out that they have weapons. We also know that they're like the Skrulls. We end up finding out that when the Skrulls change, they all have weapons. They outnumber the Kree, yet are waiting for what exactly to just mob these guys, because even with the screwed up storyline, they're only after Carol. They could have easily have killed all of them, and just had a bunch, because Carol was there. Oh, and then, it was Minerva, I think? What's her name? Yeah, Minerva, the sniper chick, right? One of the Skrulls is impersonating one of the Kree. To do what? Go up there and talk to her and just chat? That's all he does. It's like, it isn't until she realizes he's a Skrull that's when he decides to kill her. Yeah. I can't even get mad, because it's like John Wick. It's just so pathetic that it's not even worth getting angry over. It's just pointing out all the dozens and dozens of issues in this movie. So then she gets captured, and I think I can't remember exactly how, but all I remember here, I guess it's the Skrull leader going, am I the only one that's confused here? And I'm going, nope, you are definitely not the only one that's confused here, because not only do I not know what the hell is going on, but the writers have no idea what the hell is going on. So then we got the memory thing. Okay. Now, in the beginning of the movie, Carol has what we end up discovering would be an altered memory, because she's bleeding blue, and instead of Jan Rog, Jude Law's character, it's a Skrull. So we now know that the Kree, or the Supreme Intelligence, or whoever, altered her memories. Okay? Yet, when the Skrulls go through her memory, they find the real memories? Wouldn't they be finding the fake memories? Or the altered ones? Nope! Story needs it. Writers have no idea what they're doing, so it's like, this is how they find the memories. Totally ignoring the entire setup of what they're trying to establish in the first place. So then, why did it only cover her time on Earth as a kid? Because again, it was my problem was, I understand it was expediency, but it's like in a TV show or in a movie where people are talking and then they turn on the TV and it just happens to be the news talking about the very specific topic that they were talking about in the first place. That's what this was. It was like we needed to specifically show the scenes that were specifically necessary for the exposition in the movie. You know what I mean? It was just so blatant and forced that it was getting comedic at this point. And to add to the comedic aspect of it, so again, the fight scenes, blah blah blah, they weren't exciting, they weren't stupid, they were just whatever. So they get to the escape pods. Now, so we have 3 escape pods. You see 2 Skrulls each enter their own escape pod. And within a second of them entering the escape pod, the door behind them still shut and they're gone. But we see a third one that's empty. Well, what we assume was empty. So Carol goes in and throws the Skrull out. What the hell was this? What was the Skrull doing? I mean, what was the Skrull doing taking so long? It should have been gone. But it's like, no, shut up, never mind, it's a funny bit. How bad are you at writing that was how you could make the bit funny? Like, all you had to do was just have one guy about to go in and just have her throw in. Then, so the only real damage Carol does is blows a hole in the hull, which seems to be a common theme. And she does the fight and whatever, she escapes. And the Skrull ship is on fire and exploding. Like, did you guys go to the Michael Bay School of Filming? Because, like, everything blows up for just whatever reason, like... So then she falls to Earth. Okay, how she was able to survive that fall, like, shut up. It's a cool scene. Just pay attention to the blockbuster. Get the joke, the reference. It's like they try to mask the bullshit with like references or funny, and